This is Karen Waksman, founder of Retail MBA, and today I want to talk about selling your product to Petsmart. So if you have a great product that you think should be on their store shelves, this little training segment will give you some ideas and tips and strategies on getting started today. I've taught tens of thousands of product companies across the globe on how to make money with their physical products, and Petsmart comes up all the time in my workshops and classes. So I just wanted to talk about Petsmart. First of all, Petsmart has tremendous buying power. They have over 1,600 stores they're responsible for. One chain store order from them can mean millions of dollars to your business and your bottom line. They are located in the United States. They're located in Canada and Puerto Rico. They have over 55,000 employees. This is a major corporation, and so selling to them can be a really big deal. And I know a lot of you are drooling over selling to them, so I wanted to give you some things to think about. First of all, if you reach out to Petsmart and everybody else is trying to sell to them, you're going to have to get creative on how to get them to pay attention to your product. So when it's a niche retailer like that, like PetSmart, and they're only selling pet products, every pet product owner in the whole wide world is reaching out to them, you got to get a little creative. Number one, if you're selling your product everywhere else, that's being creative, meaning that the buyer at PetSmart, since they see all the same products all day long every single day and are very selective in who they're choosing because everybody wants to sell to them, tends to reject you most of the time. But if you have proof of sales from other retailers, you definitely want to let PetSmart know that you're selling elsewhere, because with them, when those niche retailers show up, you definitely want to show proof of sales. Now, if you have a new product, they will still consider your product. It's just that you have to come up with a really good story as to why they should buy your product. If it's new, interesting, innovative, that's one reason they purchase from you. If you sold elsewhere, that's something that's intriguing to them. If it's something that is just a product that's mass appeal that a lot of people are asking about, that's a reason why they buy a new product and so forth. So there's a lot of different reasons. So you can come up with your story as to why your product's unique, interesting, and they definitely like stories related to it being new, interesting, innovative, or that you're already making lots of money. And so they just want to make lots of money because they are a superstore and that's what they're looking for, right? Unfortunately, with retail chains, it's all about dollars and cents. So you definitely want to focus on your story related to how the product's going to make money and so forth. So if you try to reach out to PetSmart and they're rejecting you, one thing that you can do is explore going to Chewy.com. Chewy.com is a website that is corporately owned by PetSmart Corporation and so forth. And the reason I mention that is a lot of times when the companies are owned by the same kind of conglomerate, they tend to share the same software systems, the same vendor formats and so forth. So what does that mean? So if you try to sell to PetSmart and they say no to you, one thing that you can do is maybe go to Chewy.com and reach out to their buyers appropriately and try and get your product on their website. And once you get in with a purchase order, you become a vendor and you get a vendor number and you're registered in their system as a vendor. A lot of times that works really well to get you into PetSmart because you are already in their system as a vendor. And so PetSmart might consider you as a vendor simply because you're already working with some version of their departments, and or they may or may not be sharing the same vendor number, which basically means that provides the buyer to not have to fill out any paperwork about you because you're already in their system. And so a lot of people don't know that if the corporation owns different companies, that can actually be a benefit to you because you could conceivably sell to Chewy.com, get and show proof of sales, and the online sites tend to be easier to sell to just because they don't have to hold as much inventory. And once you're in their system, you can go back to PetSmart and say, hey, I already sell to Chewy.com and here's proof of sales. And so that at least you can get moving, and that's very intriguing to the buyer. Also, you filled out a lot of paperwork, and so the buyer doesn't have to do the extra leg room. So that's a bit of gold for you. The other thing is that PetSmart's also in Canada, and a lot of times with these retail chains, if they're in another country, they usually have different buyers in that other country, which means they have different budgets in that other country. And so another thing to consider is to reach out to PetSmart Canada and reach out to the appropriate buyers in that location. And then ultimately, once you open up an account there, then you're in their system. And then it's a lot easier to reach out to PetSmart and say, hey, we're already working with PetSmart Canada. And then that can move you back into possibly PetSmart US. And so again, it's tremendous opportunity for your business and so forth. Finally, the PetSmart buyer in stores is different typically than the PetSmart.com buyer. They buy products differently. So the .com buyer is usually different than the store's buyer. And the reason I mention that is because if PetSmart's rejecting you, then maybe you can reach out to the PetSmart buyer and try and get your products into on their website and then start working with them in that way. So again, it really does support you to explore selling to their website and or chewy.com or whatever. And that could be pretty exciting for you and your business. Anyways, I hope that provided value for you. If you want to learn exactly how to approach, pitch, and sell to retailers like PetSmart, definitely take a look at our website, retailmba.com. We basically teach you exactly how to approach, pitch, and sell to them and all the other retailers that could buy your product. And so go to retailmba.com. We have free stuff. We have paid trainings. We have live events, certifications, done with you programs, all sorts of cool stuff. Or subscribe to this channel and be in touch with us because we're always providing new content and we're here to help. Again, Karen Waksman, retailmba.com. And please comment below if you like this information and or share with us what you'd like us to create trainings around. I hope this provided value and be on the lookout for the next training we create. Thanks so much. Thank you so much for watching our training. If you like this information, please like, subscribe, comment, share. We appreciate you. We are always adding new content, so please also take a look at our next training video available to you now. Also, please take a look at our website, retailmba.com. We are always adding amazing content, live events, training, coaching, done-for-you services, anything we can do to help you get your products into big box retail chains. And with that said, this is Karen Waksman, founder of Retail MBA, and I hope you like this training. Thank you.